Kids, in the year 2004, a little blonde girl was born, Kaylin Hill. She is now 19. Wait, hold on. Like the average South African child, I grew up with soup and an ice cream bowl. We used to live in Cape Town, me, my mom, my dad and my sister, but we moved back to Pretoria for a while. How my music career started, that's actually quite interesting. I've never ever pictured myself as anything other than a musician. When I was a child, I'm always telling my parents, like, I'm gonna be a pop star, I'm gonna be a pop star, and now I just want to be a rock star instead of a pop star, but you know, we'll get to that soon. And I used to like cut up little pieces of papier, like those paper that have those lines on, that we used to wait these. So I used to create fake tickets for my parents to come watch me have my show in my bedroom. So I stacked the pillows up against the wall so they had like little place to sit, and I just started performing without my mic. Since I can remember, I was performing and singing for my parents. When you walk through their bedroom door, there was a little step down, so their room was a tiny step down. So I used to stand on top of that stair and perform. I think that was really cool that my parents actually supported that and watched it and like cheered for me and all that, and they're still supportive even with my choice of becoming a musician, a full-time musician. So I'm very excited for the upcoming years, and I'm working really hard, so I don't want this to not work. It's not going to not work. Like, that's physically impossible. So let's just get that out of the way. And when I don't know how to describe it, but when I started gaining conscience, probably by the age of 11, I started thinking, I need a role model. What exactly is a role model? And then heard Adele on the radio. And that was my first role model. Then I started with Ariana Grande, and that has kind of stuck, not in a role model way, but in an inspiration kind of way. So I started a fan account for her. I don't remember exactly what the username was, but I gained about 8,000 followers on that account. And then I realized a lot of people are asking for follows and like for likes and all that, and I was over it, and people were so fake and so much drama in fandoms. Like, that's not for me. I'm not a fandom girl. I'm just not. I started a fan account for My Chemical Romance. I'm not a fandom girl. I'm just not. Some of you might know MCR Updates. I was MCR Updates, and I was really proud of that. That was just when MCR announced that they were reuniting and back together. And I was like, okay, cool. This is my opportunity. Let's start a fan account. Let's do this right. I don't remember how many followers I got on there, but eventually I changed it to a mental health account because everything was just negative. Since it's an emo band, like a rock band, the people were also kind of emo people. Not to be stereotypical, but I was there at that stage of my life, and a lot of other people were there at that stage of their life as well. I started bringing in some more mental health things, and then I met this guy named ilyy.
The world is an awful place, but you might be just that one thing in someone's life that makes life worth living, and a bit less awful. You could be the reason someone is alive right now, without knowing it. That is called impact. You have a huge impact on people's lives.
And he had this brand, ilyy still. Long story short, we collabed together on mental health things. And I had started Risk Poem Wednesday. It's a hashtag. I'm going to do a video on that as well. But I started a self-harm awareness hashtag, and a lot of people started using it and started doing it. And ilyy still kind of formed into this one thing, and I fell under ilyy still as well, but I still kind of wanted to do my own thing. But I didn't know my identity whatsoever. Luckily, I have my best friend, Bjorn Smith Photography. He takes all of my photos and videos. But yeah, I want to have a thing where we can chat whenever we want to. We can make music if we want to together. I could go live and we choose something together and start making a song. How my songwriting started. So in 2019, I met this guy. Let's call him Purple. Purple was a singer. He was in grade 12 and I was in grade 8. For the people who don't know what those terms mean, he was a senior and I was a junior. He was like entirely focused on his music, wrote songs and all that, and he kind of inspired me to write my own songs. Before that, I had written a Christmas song, but I was probably 12 or 13 and I wrote a Christmas song. I don't even know what it sounds like. Like, honestly, I don't, and I don't think I have it anywhere, so no one will probably hear that ever, which I'm completely fine with. When I met ilyy, I saw he was posting covers and I was like, no, I'm gonna make my own music. And that's when I just purely started making my own music. In 2021 or 2020, I don't remember when I started making my very first album, but I started on my phone because I didn't have a computer. I wish there was a way that I could brace myself for what was about to happen next in my life. I downloaded BandLab on my phone, started making some beats and recorded heavy on there, and that was my first song only on SoundCloud. Eventually, I got a computer and I started creating Underwater, which is my first album. Did some research on some music distributions and I got DistroKid and everything was great. I released music and I just got kind of very depressed for some reason. I don't know why, I just did. I felt a lot better and I wrote Taking My Life Back and I released Taking My Life Back, my EP. I didn't really know how to produce anything, and I still don't, but I try my best. I kept working hard to get my points across, get my music out there, start with my production, whether it's bad, whether it's good, whether people listen to it, like it or not. I got DistroKid in order to just distribute my music. I didn't actually know I could make money from like the revenue from streams from online music. And I released Taking My Life Back, and then I released Ego, and I thought Ego was such good quality, but it's still not, you know, great quality. So I did more research, and now I have FL Studio, which is amazing. I learned how to use some samples. I still need to learn some synth and stuff like that. I want to get myself a guitar. I want to learn how to play guitar. I need a new mic, so I'm busy working on setting my studio up quite nicely and like setting up my skills for the future, because I'd love to produce for other artists as well. I think that would be so cool, or to have a hand maybe in a movie or something like that. You never know. I draw sometimes. I didn't even know I could draw, but I started drawing. So like, for instance, here's a monster that I made, house that I drew. I tried to journal most of the time. Most of the time I forget, but that's okay. I'd love to spend more time at festivals, definitely. More gigs. I'm gonna start doing more gigs, but I do have a guitarist and we've been doing rehearsals. I'm releasing a song called I Know You Hate Yourself on the 31st of December, and I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm freaking out because I want to release something really cool afterwards. So I'm excited for you to see the video, of course. It's a visualizer video. Took it in Bjorn's mom's living room and we just used AI for the rest. A big thing about me is independence. I really try my best to be independent. I don't want to be relying on anyone ever. I know there are obviously instances where it has to happen, but I just can't. In high school, I really wanted a nose ring. I was like fully convinced I wanted one. My mom was like, nope, you're not getting one. And obviously, whose mom would say yes to that in grade 8? So the years passed. Grade 12, I got really impatient. I want to get this ring in my nose. Like, I've been wanting a nose ring for so long. The day after I got out of high school, I got my nose ring. Now I'm a teacher, an aftercare teacher. It's great. It's really fun. There will be an album coming, definitely, 100%.
Can't wait for your new album.
I want this next album to take as much time as I possibly need. If it takes 4 years, I hope it doesn't take 4 years, but if it takes 4 years, then great, it takes 4 years, because then it's good quality, you know? But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Comment blue potatoes if you really want to. Tell me what bands to react to. I want to create like a tier list maybe. Anyway, I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'll see you very soon. Okay. Bye-bye.